Hi everyone. On the eve of Rosh Hashanah 5781, I'd like to reflect with you some of the ideas that I've been thinking of over the course of the last few weeks. When Rosh Hashanah started a year ago, there was a triumphant tekiah. We were so excited about the new year. And indeed, what a year it was going to be. The start of a new decade. Who knew what it would bring? And soon, the sounds of our tekiah, our triumphant sounds, were replaced by the shevarim and the teruah, broken, howling sounds. And these sounds reflected our feelings at the time, from the bushfires to the coronavirus, the lockdowns, the difficulties, the suffering, the deaths. If ever there was a year, this was a year of shevarim teruah. But if you listen to the sounds of the shofar does not end with a shevarim teruah. There's always a tekiah at the end. And thus the question we have to ask ourselves is, what is that fire, the tekiah, that triumphant sound that we hear at the end of the year? I would like to suggest the following. All of us are involved and focused on the negative of the year. So I challenge you, as I did my students this morning, to what are the positives of 5780 2020? All too often we focus on the negative. And it was amazing. We started to discuss family time, how were they able to adapt to the new reality, how they were able to move from classroom to learning to online learning. They learned the terms Zoom. They were able to engage with so many others. And I'd like to expand on this idea. A year ago, 8 months ago, who heard of the term Zoom? And now it is part and parcel of our discussions. The beauty of this has seen something phenomenal. And that is, no longer are we stuck geographically in one location. We now have access to Torah teachers, educators from all over the world. Just this week, we had lectures from the United States, from Israel, from England, from South Africa. You hearing me from Australia. The world has become far more smaller and far more intimate. We've learned the idea of compassion and sharing and finding out how you are. We've learned the lesson that my actions do impact everybody around me. Maimonides writes, when we come into Rosh Hashanah, we should view ourselves totally in balance. Equal amounts of good to bad. We should view everyone around us, society around us, as completely in balance. The next action will determine whether we tip up or tip down. We learned this lesson of what can happen when one person does not take personal responsibility and doesn't care that they have a sniffle and infects so many. These are values and positives that we can take out of 2020. And as we reflect on Rosh Hashanah, my blessing to you is that we finish the year with a tekiah. And what greater tekiah can there be than the tekiah of shalom, the call of peace, that we witnessed this week with the signing of a peace treaty between Israel, United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain. This year has been filled with shevarim and teruah. But if we think about it, there have been tekiah moments as well. I bless you that the year 5781 should be a year in which we have far more tekiahs and far less of the shevarim teruah. But even with shevarim teruah, we are able to bracket it and find the positive. Shana tova umetuka. May the year that comes before us be one that is a shana, a year, that is tovah, that is good, umetuka, and sweet.